Bangor. From the Great North Woods to the Rockbound Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Hello, everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, the Chiefs pull off a big win in the Super Bowl as local fans celebrate the big game.
Plus, a man was rushed to the hospital following a stabbing last night in Bangor.
And people were learning about Maine wildlife during a fun day of winter activities in Orrington.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for tuning in on this Monday morning. We'll have those stories coming up. But first, we're going to check out the forecast. And it looks like kind of a gray day today. We'll see lots of clouds, but not a bad day ahead.
Yep.
Might get a little snow overnight.
Yep. A very typical Monday, it feels
Yeah,
like. Good Monday
it feels
weather.
like it, right?
Yeah. Here's Conrad Spinski with our full forecast.
Thank you so much. Our first weather is brought to you by Scott's Recreation, locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Wow, what a Super Bowl out there yesterday. It was insane. Our weather was pretty nice, too. We had lots of sunshine, temperatures in the 40s. Tonight, though, we did have some increasing cloud cover in the morning hours. Now, we do have the same story. Increasing clouds out there. No precipitation is falling this morning, though. Temperatures are pretty chilly out there. Remember those 40s we had just yesterday? Long gone. 19 degrees right now here in town. Mid-20s by the coast. Of course, that warmer ocean water is keeping things just a little bit warm. Our average high is now around 31 degrees. So today, tomorrow, still above average. Temperatures in the 30s. Look what happens Wednesday, though. 43 degrees. Surprise, surprise, Thursday, 52 degrees. So it's going to get very mild, especially into the middle to end of this week. And then by Friday into Saturday, bam, we start to cool down as a cold front moves into the area once again. Today, though, temperatures will be in the upper 30s, mostly cloudy skies, though. And that's going to continue to be a trend throughout the day today. Tonight, that's when a little bit of snow starts to move in. Scattered snow showers will be moving into the really late in the morning hours tomorrow. Temperatures around 21 degrees. We're looking at less than 1 inch of snow for the most part all over the area. Tomorrow, though, we will have some flurries very early in the morning. Then lots of sunshine with temperatures in the mid-30s. Today, though, temperatures will continue to warm up and we'll be hovering in those mid to upper 30s.
All right, thank you very much, Conrad. We'll see your full forecast coming up a little later on. But first this morning, another Super Bowl in the books and another Lombardi trophy for the Kansas City Chiefs after their last-minute win against the Philadelphia Eagles last night. Fox News correspondent Madeline Rivera has more from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona.
The Kansas City Chiefs beating the Philadelphia Eagles to become Super Bowl 57 champions. Sunday's nail-biter ending with a final score of 38-35. The score was tied at 35 points with about 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. But ultimately, the Chiefs pulled ahead with a last-minute field goal to clinch victory and their third Super Bowl title.
It means a lot. I could kiss you right now, but I'm not going to do that.
Patrick Mahomes, Chiefs quarterback and Super Bowl 57 MVP, lifting the Lombardi trophy sky high.
I just want to shout out my teammates, man. We challenged each other. It took everybody to win this football game.
This win sending Chiefs fans across the country into a frenzy. But not all the action on the field was sports related, as pop and R&B legend Rihanna took the stage for the halftime show. Before banging out a set list of some of her major hits, the superstar opened her performance by rubbing her belly. A rep later confirming that Rihanna is indeed pregnant with her second child.
A special guest here to share his appreciation.
Meanwhile, before the start to Super Bowl 57, State Farm Stadium paid tribute to Buffalo Bills player Damar Hamlin and medical staff following his remarkable recovery after suffering cardiac arrest last month while playing against the Cincinnati Bengals. A victory parade for the Chiefs is scheduled for Wednesday back in Kansas City.
Ahead of Super Bowl 57, our AJ Douglas talked to a few football fans in Bangor who seemed to be divided on which team deserved last night's win.
Ahead of the big game, I spoke to patrons at Bangor's beloved Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center. I asked around to see which team folks were rooting for. I definitely received some wild responses.
Kansas City, because I hate Philly.
Definitely cheering for the Eagles. I hate the Eagles, but I'm cheering for them because I don't like the Chiefs.
Philadelphia.
Anybody but Kansas City?
I don't follow. I'm going for the Chiefs. Why? Because my boss is voting for the Eagles.
Much to my regret, Philadelphia Eagles.
Why?
I believe that they're going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. The game will be over before it actually is.
I'm hoping the Eagles win. Honestly, I want the Chiefs to lose.
Several patrons said they come out to Heroes as a regular tradition, despite the big game.
We're community driven. You know, a lot of our customers are locals that come in and day out. Whatever's going on in Bangor, people come to town and see what's going on at Heroes.
Owner Quinn Parody says the sports bar and grill have been going strong for the last 13 years.
That's a great feeling, we put a lot of hard work in. My staff works hard to, make sure the customers are served.
In studio, AJ Douglas, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, a very close call for two people riding aboard a UTV in Searsmont. They had to be rescued on Sunday after their vehicle crashed through ice on Bartlett Stream. Game officials say when they arrived around 10:50, they found the driver and another man on top of the machine in the middle of the water. They had been in the water for about 30 minutes and were up to their waist in it after the UTV became completely submerged. Both men were pulled to safety and treated for hypothermia. The UTV has since been recovered from the water. Meanwhile, one man is facing charges and another is in the hospital following an alleged knife attack in Bangor. 40-year-old Brandon Hamilton was arrested last night after police were called to a home on Union Street. They arrived around 6 o'clock to find an adult male with a non-life-threatening knife wound. The man was taken to a local hospital and is now in stable condition. Hamilton was arrested and charged with aggravated assault and burglary. Officials aren't saying what led to that confrontation. The incident remains under investigation.
A Lewiston man faces weapons charges after an alleged incident Saturday afternoon. 32-year-old Nathaniel Uduro was arrested just after noon Saturday at the Lewiston Armory during a recreational youth basketball game. Lieutenant Derek St. Lawrence says police believe Uduro threatened another adult male with a firearm and that the two have history. Uduro was arrested for recklessness with a firearm and criminal threatening with a dangerous weapon. Uduro later posted bond and was released from Androscoggin County Jail. Under bond conditions, he cannot have contact with the victim, consume alcohol, or carry a firearm.
Concerned community members are still on the lookout for a man that has been missing since June. Devin Dagnall has the latest on the search.
Tammy Locker Scully has still not given up on the search for her son Graham Locker and has actually begun to implement unconventional methods to find him. Back in June of 2022, Graham Locker fled the Dorothy Dix Psychiatric Center and has been lost ever since. 8 months later, Scully has developed what she is calling a grassroots silver alert.
We don't know if Graham has left the state, but if he has, there's no one looking for him. There's no such thing as a regional silver alert or a national silver alert. There are databases that he's entered into as a missing person, but that is not an alert. It's not a way to get people's attention and get them looking for him.
Scully and a number of volunteers will be calling hospitals, homeless shelters, and police stations all along the I-95 corridor to alert them that Locker could be in their area. In addition to the silver alert, Scully and volunteers have created signs as direct messages to Locker. The signs tell Locker to call home and have the Latin phrase, Si vis pacem parabellum, an encouraging motto that Locker has latched onto in the past.
I know that to him it means if you want peace, you have to get strong. So we are making little signs, prayer flags, things like that, that can be hung from trees or in a window, anywhere that we think Graham might notice it and see it, asking him to call me, to come home, to get strong.
Brandy Bear in St. Louis has been volunteering to help find Locker since June, and she is optimistic about the new approach the team is taking.
I've never heard of a lot of the methods that we've used, as like the road signs and hanging things from trees and painting on rocks and trying to get things at gas stations. You know, that's above and beyond what a lot of missing people searches do. So I think it's really great we've been able to do that.
If you believe you have seen Locker, Scully says to take a video and to call 911 with any information about his whereabouts. She says Locker has autism and schizophrenia, which may cause him to be nonverbal. The reward for information that leads to a successful reunion of Locker and his family has been raised to $3,500. In Bangor, Devin Dagnall, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Fire destroyed a home in East Millinocket early Saturday afternoon. Fire Chief Rob McGraw says the East Millinocket Fire Department arrived at the residence on Birch Street at approximately 12:23 p.m. He says the first floor of the structure was already well involved and had begun to spread to the second story of the home. While the fire was contained to the home, the intense heat of the flames reportedly caused damage to the siding of neighboring houses.
With situations like this, conditions like this, it's sometimes just hard to fight the fire, and that's where we're at right now. The fire was so hot that it compromised the structure, so we can't safely put people inside. Rural aspect, especially in the colder portions, yeah, fires like this do happen.
No one was injured, but 2 cats perished in the fire, and 1 person is now displaced. The East Millinocket Fire Department determined a pellet stove to be the source of the fire.
Meanwhile, wildlife authorities in Maine say 6 wild ducks have been found dead in Winthrop Stream, and they've all tested positive for bird flu. The Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife said Friday that the hooded Merganser ducks were found dead in Mill Stream and tested positive for the highly infectious disease, and that the National Veterinary Services laboratories in Iowa confirmed the strain to be the same kind circulating in Maine. The strain is highly contagious and can spread and mutate between wild and domestic flocks of birds. The department said residents who raise domestic birds should contain and separate them from wild birds whenever possible. They should also be cautious about getting bird waste on clothing and boots and should sanitize thoroughly after encountering it. So now they found it down in Winthrop,
Yep.
I guess, and it's been picked up in other parts of the state too, so we just have to be careful out there.
Right, especially if you have chickens.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, the time now is 8:11. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, learning to identify animal tracks was just one of the activities during a fun winter event in Orrington on Saturday. We'll take you there.
But first, let's take another look at our weather forecast. Looks like a mostly cloudy day today with highs near 38 degrees, a few snow showers in the area overnight, probably less than an inch. Tomorrow, a few flurries to start off the day. Otherwise, it will be cloudy with some breaks of sun with highs near 36.
Come bowl a few games here at Bangor Brewer Bowling Lanes. We're one of the only candlepin bowling alley centers in Maine, conveniently located in the heart of Brewer. You always have the opportunity to simply bowl for fun. However, you can also join a league. We have youth leagues, adult and senior leagues. Now don't forget, we also host birthday parties for under $100, and gift certificates are also available. Give us a call right away at 989-3798 to make reservations for your birthday party today.
Here at Black Fly Coffee Company, quality will never be compromised. No matter what type of coffee you choose, whether it's hot, iced, or frozen, you can feel confident that our products are the highest caliber. We're here to assist you with your morning cup of joe, along with your mid-afternoon pick-me-up. And while here, grab a pastry for a snack. We always have fresh pastries available from a local business right here in the area. We look forward to meeting you soon.
Where will your new Chevy take you this year? Anywhere. Find new experiences. Find new roads. Get 2.99% financing for 5 years on all 2022 Silverado 1500 pickups, or get $1,250 cash allowance on this Silverado with a 2.7-liter engine. Plus, current Chevy owners get an additional $2,500 cash allowance.
Welcome back to the National Window Showdown. It's now time for our expert picks. My pick is Renewal by Anderson. Their customer service is exceptional, trustworthy, professional. Renewal by Anderson has to be the pick for me.
I love Renewal by Anderson for this too, Brian. They take care of the entire process from consultation to installation and beyond. They're second to none.
Guys, for me, it's the Fibrex. It's a no-brainer. Renewal by Anderson takes it to the house.
A clean sweep for Renewal by Anderson. They really are the better way to a better window.
An annual winter tradition had many people eager to learn more about Maine's wildlife. Our David Ledford has the details.
They have hooves, and that's what I'm looking at there, the hooves right in there.
Winter Fun Day kicked off Saturday at Fields Pond in Holden.
Families were treated to a wide array of activities, including guided snowshoe walks, animal tracking, and ice experiments with employees from the Maine Discovery Museum.
I think in Maine during the winter, sometimes some of us have this survival mentality where we're like just trying to get through winter, and I think it's great to just pause and appreciate and get out.
Many at the center stress the importance of incorporating education into the event, teaching kids and their parents about identifying animal tracks, and studying animal pelts and skulls to learn more about Maine wildlife.
A lot of people might not see a fox or a skunk out in the wild or in their backyard, and so it's really good to teach people that these kinds of organisms and wildlife do actually exist, and what we do have an actual impact on their lives.
Organizers say this is the 4th year the center has put on the event, and they believe it provides an important opportunity for young minds.
Kids seeing their adult caregivers, their parents, whoever, grandparents, out with them in nature, I think it builds that bond, but also builds that kind of ethic of being out in the outdoors.
In addition to outdoor fun, kids had the chance to make crafts indoors and meet new friends who share their love of nature. To learn more about the Fields Pond Audubon Center and Winter Fun Day, visit MaineAudubon.org. In Holden, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Meanwhile, a proposed bill would make recess mandatory for all middle school students in Maine. LD 156 would require school administrative districts to provide at least 20 minutes of outdoor recess, no fewer than 3 days every week. If students can't go outside because of the weather, the bill directs the schools to arrange for alternative accommodations. Representative Margaret Craven of Lewiston introduced that bill.
I was shocked that kids that are 11 and 12 years old didn't have a little break. It also gives them a little break to be able to organize their thoughts and to be able to do a little exercise.
He says students are in school for more than 7.5 hours a day, and they need downtime to get fresh air and to reduce stress. Craven says children find it difficult to stay seated for hours at a time, and going outdoors is a proven way to release pent-up energy. The Education and Cultural Affairs Committee will hold a work session on the bill later on this month. I think it's a great idea. It seems to me, I recall we had a long lunch breaks when I was young, and you'd had time to go eat your lunch and then go outside and play and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I think they're just squeezing down lunch periods, and they're just trying to pack so much into the day, which I understand. But at the same time, I mean, imagine sitting at your desk for 7 hours. You need to get out and blow some steam.
I mean, they say children find it hard to sit in one place for hours at a time. I find it hard to sit still in one place for hours at a time. And I think the pandemic really made it clear that, okay, something has to change.
Yeah.
The way that we're teaching kids isn't the best way for them to always learn. And it can't always be on the teachers. You know, sometimes it has to be from above to change how things are going. But either way, that's good news.
We'll see what happens with them.
Yeah. The time now is 8:18. After the break, we'll hear from the 20-year-old lone employee of one decades-old Ellsworth business.
We'll have that and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
Fear, pain, and anxiety are all feelings associated with dental treatments, but it doesn't have to be that way. Dental lasers offer a way to remove tooth decay without using the dental drill. In fact, we do most dental fillings here at Twin City Dental without numbing, so no needle. And for treatments like root canals or having many teeth extracted, we also provide IV sedation. So call Twin City Dental for your next dentist appointment.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Having a hard time finding that perfect gift? No worries. From now until February 14th, Quality Jewelers is offering one-stop shopping for all your Valentine's Day needs. Every purchase will come with a bonus gift, and our gift package makes shopping this Valentine's Day easy. You'll get chocolates, a stuffed animal, and a Valentine's Day card to fill out. If you're looking for the easiest way to really impress that special someone, look no further than Quality Jewelers. Quality Jewelers, locally owned and operated, Penobscot Plaza, Bangor.
It's the Toyota Washington's Birthday Sales Event at your all-wheel drive headquarters, giving you, for a short time only, cash-saving deals. Right now, you could get a cash-saving 3.99% financing deal on an all-wheel drive Camry. And every Camry comes with 2 years no-cost maintenance and Toyota Safety Sense. Hurry to the Toyota Washington's Birthday Sales Event for cash-saving deals only at your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. The Eastwood Mall has been home to a number of businesses over the years. One in particular is operated and maintained by a sole employee and future owner looking to preserve a sport in the city of Ellsworth. Noah Smith has the story.
The familiar sounds and smells of a bowling alley invoke a strong sense of nostalgia in many of us. Autumn Maury is 20 years old and currently the sole operator of Demanda's, a candlepin bowling alley tucked away at the Eastwood Mall in Ellsworth.
So I used to be lane mechanic for previous owners, so I've been here actually 4 years in total. So there were 4 working lanes left, and COVID had hit, and that's when the previous owners decided to shut it down.
Rather than see the alley fall into disrepair, Maury turned to her family, purchasing the bowling alley with her mother.
So that's when I asked my mom about taking over, and that's when she took over, and the plan was for both of us to be here together.
While her mother currently owns the alley, she's gearing up to fully take over later this year.
The first and only goal of me taking over was to save it, and just because I learned that it was a dying sport, now I love the retroness of it, and now it's really the environment, the memories that it creates for, the community itself, and just keeping a family entertainment center alive for everyone.
However, preserving history has a steep price. The lanes are 100% wood, which means they cannot be oiled or cleaned with liquids, and ultimately need to be replaced. The pin setters at Demanda's are some of the oldest operating pin machines around. Assembled in 1949, they are still kicking nearly 75 years later, but not without some nuance. Maury works hard to keep the machines running smoothly, but she knows that a big change is needed.
So they have to all be ripped out and replaced or rebuilt and rewired. So that is the goal, and I just do one at a time because with how much I'm looking to be, each lane is going to be $25,000, including labor cost and everything else with it.
Friends of Maury quickly worked to set up a GoFundMe for the alley to aid with repairs and the rather expensive task of replacing the machines and lanes. While Maury was hesitant at first, she was amazed by the community's response.
Well, I had chosen the goal for it, which was $10,000, and it is now almost $14,000, which has been amazing to say the least.
The bowling alley suffered an electrical surge over the holidays, damaging scoring monitors, and recent storms have caused water damage to the arcade room, presenting yet more challenges for Maury. A passion for the sport, the warm feeling of nostalgia, and a penchant for hard work keeps Maury moving forward, ready to take on what comes next.
Pretty much just doing as many upgrades as I can, moving forward, and just hoping that the lanes keep going for me.
For more info, as well as a link to the ongoing GoFundMe, you can visit Demanda's website at demandas.com.
Very neat there.
That is cool.
Best thing you can do to help, though, is actually go in there and throw a few balls,
Right. Bring your friends.
Yeah.
And it's the perfect season for it, too. When I think of things, what can I do on the weekends in February? Bowling is one of the top 3 things I think of.
I forget about bowling.
Yeah.
I went bowling when I was a kid, more. When I say a kid, being a young guy, but
right.
I don't remember the last time I went bowling.
I love it.
And it's always fun when you do it, too.
I love it, yeah. And in Ellsworth, too, you could catch a movie, have a snack, and go bowling. It's perfect.
I might have to head over there and do just that.
You might have to. Yeah. Well, the time now is 8:23.
Let's get a full look at that forecast with Conrad.
Thank you so much. Our Maine weather today, it is Monday. It's brought to you by Scott's Recreation, locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. All right, what a nice and beautiful day out there for a Super Bowl Sunday yesterday. Today, same story, maybe not quite as nice. Temperatures slightly cooler, and we will have some increasing clouds. And same story right now. We do have some pretty partly to mostly cloudy skies out there right now. And that's associated with this little low right here. Did produce some heavy rain in Washington, D.C., New York City. Even Boston got in on a little bit of rain. This will mostly stay south of us, but the clouds can't get away from that. Tonight, though, into tomorrow morning, we will see a couple of flurries, though. We're looking at generally less than an inch of snow all over the area. So it's going to be a very quick moving system. Just a couple of flurries in the area, and then bam, we quickly start to clear up. We'll see lots of sunshine later in the day tomorrow. So it's going to become a pretty nice day out there after around maybe a trace, half an inch to an inch of snowfall for the most part in some locations. It's not going to be a long-lasting event. We do have less than 6 inches of snow now. These warmer temperatures have really been melting all of that snow here in town. But look, just north of town, those pink and brighter pink colors, that shows foot and a half, even 2 feet in some spots. So there is a lot of snow in some isolated locations, but temperature's been very, very mild the last not even couple of weeks, the last couple of months here all over the Northeast, not only here in Maine, but yeah, we've had some 40s, close to 50s out there, and that's going to continue to be a trend this whole entire week. Our average should be around 31 degrees today. Above average once again, 38 degrees as a high, mostly cloudy skies, a pretty light breeze out of the northeast at around 5 to 15 miles an hour. Tonight, though, into tomorrow morning, we will have a little bit of snow. Temperatures around 21 degrees, so whatever is going to fall will be sticking around. Pretty light wind out there once again. We're looking at generally less than an inch of snow. Tomorrow, early in the morning, we will have a couple of flurries and then lots of sunshine later in the day. Temperatures slightly above freezing mark, around 36 degrees, let's say. Northwest wind at around 5 to 15 miles per hour. Our extended forecast outlook does show those flurries lingering by tomorrow. Wednesday, we're in the clear. Same thing on Thursday. Wow, look at those temperatures. 52 degrees on Thursday. Friday, though, we will have a little bit of rain Thursday night into Friday, mixing with a little bit of snow on Friday as temperatures cool off into the 40s and then overnight into the single digits.
Finding a surcharge-free ATM just got easier. Maine credit unions have the largest surcharge-free ATM network in Maine with over 250 locations. Save money today. Surf ATMs at mainecreditunions.org.
If you're eligible for Medicare and Medicaid, a Medicare Advantage plan from Anthem Maine Health can come with all the benefits you want and zero compromises. Just go to anthemainehealth.com/answers or call 855-753-3928 for a one-on-one Medicare plan review. Ask about our $0 monthly premium plans that include dental, vision, and hearing coverage, along with transportation, a free gym membership, and $0 copay for prescriptions, all for zero extra cost. Plus, you could be eligible for extra benefits to help you save even more. We have plans with up to $2,500 a year to help you pay for over-the-counter health items, groceries, and living expenses like cell phone, electric, or water bills, all on a single prepaid MasterCard you can use at thousands of locations nationwide. Call Anthem Maine Health at 855-753-3928 or visit anthemmainehealth.com/answers and get a Medicare Advantage plan with zero compromises for you and your wallet.
Does your vehicle need a little more work? Have an odd sound coming from somewhere? Bring it over to Jackson's Automotive in Old Town. We have the best technicians and offer a fair price. We also accept all aftermarket protection plans. Now, if you're unable to drive your vehicle to us, we can help you get it here. Also, if you'd like to protect your vehicle for years to come, we offer Wool Wax undercarriage protection. We're located at 546 Main Street in Old Town. Give us a call at 827-2676.
How much does it cost you to use an ATM? How does $0 sound? Get cash and forget the surcharge fees with Maine Credit Union's Surf ATM network. Find over 250 surcharge-free ATMs at mainecreditunions.org.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. The U.S. military shooting down yet another high-altitude object, this one over the Great Lakes in Michigan. The fourth object to be shot down by U.S. fighter jets in just 8 days. ABC's Ike Ajochi is in Washington with more.
This morning, new security concerns after the U.S. military shot down a fourth unidentified object flying over Michigan's Lake Huron.
We continue to assess every threat or potential threat unknown that approaches North America with the attempt to identify it.
Senior administration officials say the octagon-shaped structure was unmanned, traveling above Michigan's Upper Peninsula on Sunday at only about 20,000 feet near sensitive sites, far lower than other recent objects brought down. No early indication of surveillance capabilities on this latest object. President Biden giving the order to shoot it down out of an abundance of caution and at the recommendation of military leaders. This latest incident coming just one day after an F-22 fighter jet shot down an unidentified unmanned object over the Yukon. U.S. and Canadian officials ordering it shot down.
It represented a reasonable threat to civilian aircraft. Canadian and American fighter jets were scrambled, and an American F-22 successfully shot down the object.
Another unidentified object was shot down on Friday off the coast of Alaska. 3 separate incidents in less than a week since that Chinese spy balloon was shot down off the coast of South Carolina. But senior U.S. officials say these latest 3 are different from that spy balloon. None appear to have a payload, and all are smaller.
There's a bit of a we won't get fooled again going on here. It doesn't even mean that there are more of them. We're just looking for them, and so we're finding more of them.
U.S. officials are looking for the wreckage shot down in the Yukon, but the ice and weather conditions are hampering their efforts.
Super Bowl fever has apparently taken hold in Philadelphia's school system. The Philadelphia School District announced a delayed opening for school today in the aftermath of yesterday's big game. School district officials said on Saturday that all schools will be opening 2 hours late today to ensure the safety of the students and teachers. They also preemptively, before the game, recommended that people who watch the game enjoy it safely and responsibly with friends and family, no matter the outcome of the game.
Probably a day of mourning for them today.
I know.
Meanwhile, more and more people are starting to file their taxes, and we have a reminder to tell some filers about this week. It's for employees who claimed an exemption from income tax withholding last year on their W-4 form that they submitted to their employer. They must now file a new W-4 by this Wednesday, February 15th, to have the exemption for another year. This is essential. If the form is not updated by Wednesday, their tax status will revert to single with 0 exemptions, and that's the highest withholding status.
The cost of diesel fuel in the United States has been dropping, and it may go even lower. That's quite a reversal. Crude oil had been hitting prices analysts had described as historically high. Most of the diesel fuel produced and used in the United States is refined from crude oil. Analysts say the cost of diesel has been trending downward as the British and European Union ban on Russian fuel imports goes into effect to punish the superpower for its invasion of Ukraine. Crude oil prices have been declining as demand has dropped, and that's allowed the United States to rebuild its stockpile of diesel, especially along the East Coast.
That's good news. Hopefully it drops even more. They're charging more for everything because it's costing so much to get things to market. So maybe eventually we'll catch up with us.
Yeah, keyword eventually, I guess. Well, still to come here on the second half of our show, it's a busy time of year for local florists. We'll get a glimpse of how one Bangor company is keeping up with demand.
That and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
When you've experienced fire and smoke damage in your home, when pipes break and you have water everywhere, when you're concerned about your family's health because of mold, you need a friendly face to take care of it all. You need the friendly faces of Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. We're just a click or call away. Whatever life throws at you, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration is here for you. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. You keep the memories. We'll handle the rest.
Every time you shop at Hannaford, you help us promote inclusivity, opportunity, and a sense of belonging in every store. You help us build a culture where leaders reflect our diverse communities, where veterans forge new career paths, and where our employees and neighbors alike can find their voice. Together, we're not just feeding families, we're strengthening communities. Hannaford Supermarkets, greater than groceries.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Today is Monday, February 13th, 2023. It's also Galentine's Day, which is annually the day before Valentine's Day. It's intended to celebrate the love you have for all your friends because, of course, Valentine's chocolates and flowers shared between friends It's also a great way to celebrate the holiday. I think we agreed last hour. It's probably a bunch of girls got together and made that, right? You're supposed to hang out with
for the
girls.
gals.
Yeah, I can't picture.
I wanted to open it up to the guys, too.
Okay, I mean, they could do it if they want to.
Yes.
You know, I don't see.
Healthy masculinity.
Yeah.
You can get
Sure,
your friends
I'm all
chocolate.
for that.
Yes.
Yeah. My buddies would probably appreciate some chocolate too.
Right.
You know, but
it's sweet. It's
I
sweet.
can't see myself. Hey, Tom, you want to get together and we'll have us a Galentine's Day celebration? He'd be like, what? So,
guy in times. We need a guy in times.
We need something else. I don't know. We'll just go ice fishing or something.
Yes, there you go. There you go. It works that Super Bowl Sunday aligned closer to Valentine's Day this year.
Yeah.
Yes, that was the guy in times.
Hopefully all the gals have a good time today.
Yes. All right. Well, on this day in history, in 1861, Abraham Lincoln was declared the President of the United States. And 5 years later, in 1866, notorious outlaw Jesse James held up his first bank, stealing $15,000 from a bank in Liberty, Missouri, which now is the equivalent to nearly $280,000 in today's money. In 1899, Florida experienced its state record low temperature, dropping to -2 degrees Fahrenheit on this day. And I'm not really sure where in Florida that came from.
I never heard of that happening there.
I know,
Yeah.
me either. It was 1899.
Yeah,
so.
oh, that's probably why. I wasn't around then.
Right. Well, for birthdays today, we have TV show host Jerry Springer, who's 78 today. You can watch his show on Fox Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. I think that's good. You're never too old to be inciting fights and drama.
I can't watch them.
I can't.
I know there's an audience for it, but oh my God.
I thought I was going to keep that part to myself because we air it, but no, I like that you came forward with your opinion, and we're in
trash TV.
We're aligned.
You
yes,
know. But there's a market for that. It's entertainment for some people.
I like different
so.
trash TV. Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Right.
That's it.
Right. Okay, and it's also Chuck Yeager's birthday today, who was an American test pilot and was the first man to break the sound barrier. He passed away in 2020 at the age of 97. I think December of 2020. It was a rough year for people. Yeah.
He made a lot of news when I was a younger guy. You know, but you know, he was a real American hero. It's just amazing what some of those guys, those test pilots, did back then. They didn't know what was going to work, and you know, every time they went up, they were taking their lives in their own hands. And
has there been a movie made about him?
It seems like there was. I think it was The Right Stuff. He was part of it. They were basing it on the early astronaut program.
Right.
But he was part of that because he was doing some test flights at the time.
Right.
And so I think Chuck Yeager was mentioned in that. All the Right Stuff. Is that what it's called, folks?
I don't know. I think I watched it. And
it's a great movie, though.
Yeah.
So
anyway, we'll figure out when we're off the desk.
We're eating up time here. So.
Yep. Hey, here's Conrad Spinski with the forecast.
Thank you so much. Our first weather is brought to you by Scott's Recreation, locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Wow. What a Super Bowl out there yesterday. It was insane. Our weather was pretty nice, too. We had lots of sunshine, temperatures in the 40s. Tonight, though, we did have some increasing cloud cover in the morning hours. Now, we do have the same story. Increasing clouds out there. No precipitation is falling this morning, though. Temperatures are pretty chilly out there. Remember those 40s we had just yesterday? Long gone. 19 degrees right now here in town. Mid-20s by the coast. Of course, that warmer ocean water is keeping things just a little bit warm. Our average high is now around 31 degrees. So today, tomorrow, still above average. Temperatures in the 30s. Look what happens Wednesday, though. 43 degrees. Surprise, surprise, Thursday, 52 degrees. So it's going to get very mild, especially into the middle to end of this week. And then by Friday into Saturday, bam, we start to cool down as a cold front moves into the area once again. Today, though, temperatures will be in the upper 30s, mostly cloudy skies, though. That's going to continue to be a trend throughout the day today. Tonight, that's when a little bit of snow starts to move in. Scattered snow showers will be moving into the really late in the morning hours tomorrow. Temperatures around 21 degrees. We're looking at less than 1 inch of snow for the most part all over the area. Tomorrow, though, we will have some flurries very early in the morning. Then lots of sunshine with temperatures in the mid-30s. Today, though, temperatures will continue to warm up and we'll be hovering in those mid to upper 30s.
So overall, not a bad day ahead today. Maybe tomorrow when you're heading to work or school might be a little slippery out there.
Yep, good point. Valentine's Day is tomorrow, and local businesses have been busy gearing up for it. The owner of Bangor Florals says that his business has been prepping for months for what he calls the Super Bowl of flowers. And if you want to score points with your sweetheart, don't wait until last minute to put your order in.
The smart ones order early. They order online. They come in to order, so they order early. We get a lot of last minute, so again, I can't stress enough, order early because every year we shut down because we just run out of flowers. So order early is my advice to everybody.
I don't think we're in the window of ordering early anymore, unfortunately. But he says even though he ordered a surplus, he expects all of his roses to be gone by today. Bangor Floral will be open today and tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. while supplies last. So, no telling. There's probably still some stuff left right now. They opened 40 minutes ago, so go check it out.
Get going there.
Yeah.
What do you say? Sometimes you say, women will say, I don't want anything. I don't want flowers. I don't want candy. Do you get them anyway? That's been what I've done. Because even if they say they don't want them.
Everybody's different.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk about what your love language is, and some people would prefer you to go wipe off their car and shovel for you.
Yeah.
But I know I'd prefer, you can do that and you can get me flowers too.
Yeah, everybody likes a little candy. Yes. It's like, oh, you shouldn't have, but give it to me anyway.
I think the real love language is knowing what they'd prefer. It's like, okay, well, what can I do for you then?
All right.
So there's stuff for everybody.
Foot massage.
Right, something like that. There you go. Still to come here this morning, Ryan Sudol will have your sports updates.
My dog loves foot massages. It's great. Get right in there.
No, Freddie. Yeah.
Looking to buy or sell a home? The More True team of Better Homes and Gardens works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Give the ladies of the More True team a call today or visit their Facebook page.
When Cat Tracks in LaGrange wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Cat Tracks in LaGrange is your dealer for Hewitt lifts and Rolodocks, with the goal to get you on the lake faster than anyone else.
No matter what type of dog you have, or cat you have, Frontline Plus lets you take them everywhere, no matter how you define it. Frontline, the #1 name in flea and tick protection.
There's some things that go better together, like your workplace benefits and retirement savings. With Voya, considering all your financial choices together can help you be better prepared for unexpected events.
Voya, well planned, well invested, well protected.
It's the Toyota Washington's Birthday Sales Event at your all-wheel drive headquarters, giving you, for a short time only, cash-saving deals. Right now, you could save up to $1,100 cash with low 3.99% financing on most four-wheel drive Tacoma models. And every Tacoma comes with 2 years no-cost maintenance and more. Hurry to the Toyota Washington's Birthday Sales Event for cash-saving deals, only at your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
Whenever Maine Wood Floors wants to know the weather, they log on to foxbangor.com. Whether you're searching to add beauty with a new hardwood floor or need to restore your old one, Maine Wood Floors is your hardwood flooring expert in Mid-Coast Maine.
Looking to buy or sell a home? The More True team of Better Homes and Gardens works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Give the ladies of the More True team a call today or visit their Facebook page.
Welcome to Fantasy Island. There is so much here for you. All you have to do is take it.
Fantasy Island, tonight on Fox.
Hey everybody, Ryan Sudol here. Thank you for joining us. Let's start with a story on the hardwood that is just incredible. Lawrence girls hoop star Mackenzie Neto was in a car accident 2 Decembers ago and suffered another setback in the fall, but neither kept her down. David has more.
Yeah, I was in shock.
While leaving a JV basketball game in Skowhegan, Mackenzie Neto and her friend Hope Bouchard were involved in a serious car crash in December of 2021.
We were around this corner and we hit a tree, and so I was in the back seat and I got struck from the back.
Both Mackenzie and Hope knew it wasn't good.
She told us her back was in a lot of pain, and we knew that it could be something really bad, so she didn't move at all.
Mackenzie's worst fears, became a reality.
The first question I asked my dad when we got the x-rays is if I'm going to play basketball or not. And right then and there, he was like, no, you're not going to be able to this season.
A broken back ended Mackenzie's junior season.
That was definitely hard. Basketball has been a part of my life for my whole life, especially with my dad as a coach. I've grew up in it, so it was definitely a heartbreak.
But after months of rehab and hard work in the gym, Mackenzie was back on the hardwood.
She's feeling the nerves a little bit tonight.
However, Mackenzie's comeback story wasn't over. She tore her ACL playing field hockey last fall. It knocked her down, but not out.
I didn't really know anyone could play on a torn ACL, but as soon as I figured out learned that people have, I'm like, I want to take that chance.
Coach Greg Chesley says he's never seen a player with Mackenzie's drive and determination.
We can't get her out of the gym. You know, we have the last practice of the night, and I'll be rounding everyone up, and she's like, Coach, I got the custodian to stay and watch me shoot for a little bit. So, and she's in here in the morning before school.
Teammates say she's an inspiration.
I think it really shows how strong she is as a person, because going through all of that and then coming back.
When she was down and out, and even when she was in the hospital, she was so supportive of us and watched every game and just made us keep going.
For Mackenzie, she's managed to find a silver lining through all the adversity.
Yeah, I think it's definitely shown me how to persevere, what hard work really is.
And there she goes. You knew it wasn't going to take her long.
Just an awesome story, and good luck to Lawrence in the tournament. Let's move on to cheerleading. The Cheer State Championships were held down at the Augusta Civic Center on Saturday. Classes A through D competed in front of a great crowd at the ACC, and they put on a show. 64 teams in all competed, but only 4 would walk out champions. 2 of these champions were Oxford Hills in Class A and Central Aroostook in Class D. Here's both teams' thoughts on their special days.
It feels incredible. Coming into this season, I never would have predicted that this is how we were going to end it, but it feels absolutely amazing.
We didn't know how it was all going to go, and they kept working, and it's incredible.
We're just really excited to be here. Last year was not how we wanted to go, and this year we came back and we knew what we wanted to do.
After cheering for almost 13 years now, this feels like the best way to end it possible.
Okay, and now here are the top 5 teams from Class A. You saw Oxford Hills with the win, Lewiston 2, Noble 3, Sanford 4, and Bangor, the hometown team, at 5. For Class B, Ellsworth won Class B. Congratulations. Herman 2, Gray, New Gloucester, number 3, Levitt 4, Madomic Valley 5, 2 Class C, Lisbon St. Dom's 1, Dexter 2, Central 3, Winslow 4, Bucksport 5, and of course Class D, Central Aroostook, as you just saw, took that one home. Bangor Christian, the runners-up, Machias 3, Narraguegas 4, Booth Bay at 5. Okay, let's move to the mat now. Up at PVHS on Saturday was the B North Regional Wrestling Championships, and we've got some highlights for you. 14 weight classes, 14 regional champions. Let's go. At 113, Gavin Young from Belfast against Carter Noble from MDI. Watch Noble try to flip his way out of Young's grasp, but the senior holds firm. Second period. Noble so close to getting Young's shoulders on the mat, but he fights out of it, regains control, and that would lead to the pinfall. Watch Young here. He says, you be quiet. You're looking at a regional champion. Then at 138, Owen Harper from Mattinacook against Logan Blanchell from MDI. Blanchell had Harper's head locked in the second period, but he pops it out for the takedown. To the third period, tied at 2, 30 seconds left. Harper completes his takedown. Great resistance from Blanchell, though, but Harper gets it done. He is your regional champion at 138. Here is Harper and Young on what it means to be champion.
It feels pretty good. Good to get it on this year because I didn't win last year, so it feels good to do it this year.
It feels amazing. Couldn't take anything better. Couldn't have went out there any better than I already did. Hoping to go into states and get that dub.
And now here are the top 3 teams from both Class B North and Class A North. Camden Hills wins Class A North. Wyndham, GNG, and Westbrook at 2. Oxford Hills 3. And in Class B North, Belfast. They win that region. Mattinacook 2 and Dexter at 3rd.
And other scores from the area. D3 women's basketball, Husson completes the sweep against Maine Maritime, 67-55. The women get the win, and in overtime, the men win 86-75. And unfortunately, Maine could not do the same against NJIT. Men lose 65-50. Women lose a close one, 56-54. That's all the time we have for sports. I'm Ryan Sudol. We'll be back right after the break.
Where do you go when you need a real estate appraisal? Who has the experience that I need? Who can I trust? Maine Val has over 30 years of experience across the state of Maine in providing top quality real estate appraisal services. Contact us today and speak with one of our many licensed professionals. Maine Val, quality delivered on schedule. Call us today at 207-573-3222. That's 573-3222.
Before and bath fitter. Before and bath fitter. If you have a before bath, now's the time to call Bath Fitter to get a beautiful after. With our unique tub over tub process, there's no mess or stress. Spend smart on a beautiful new bath done right, backed by a lifetime warranty. Join over 2 million happy customers who know it just fits. Bath Fitter. Visit bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
If you're eligible for Medicare and Medicaid, a Medicare Advantage plan from Anthem Maine Health can come with all the benefits you want and zero compromises. Just go to anthemainehealth.com/answers or call 855-753-3928 for a one-on-one Medicare plan review. Ask about our $0 monthly premium plans that include dental, vision, and hearing coverage, along with transportation, a free gym membership, and $0 copay for prescriptions, all for zero extra cost. Plus, you could be eligible for extra benefits to help you save even more. We have plans with up to $2,500 a year to help you pay for over-the-counter health items, groceries, and living expenses like cell phone, electric, or water bills, all on a single prepaid MasterCard you can use at thousands of locations nationwide. Call Anthem Maine Health at 855-753-3928 or visit anthemmainehealth.com/answers and get a Medicare Advantage plan with zero compromises for you and your wallet.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. I'm here with Philip Edelman. He's the director of the School of Performing Arts at the University of Maine. And Philip, thank you for joining us this morning.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. Well, you're here to talk about very cool offerings by the university. I mean, there's plays coming up, there's a musical offering, and there's even summer camps coming up. I know it's hard to think about it that far in the future, but things are coming up.
It's time.
Yeah.
The weather doesn't seem like it, but it's time.
Yeah, most soon though, right? You want to talk about the student-driven play?
Yep. Very soon, opening on February 21st, we have a play called Face Value.
Yep.
And it's written by one of our own students and put on by our theater organization, the Maine Mask.
Yep.
So it's completely student-run. It's student-directed. It was student-written.
By one of our employees.
By one of yours,
Devin
that's right.
Dagnall.
Devin
He's
Dagnall.
a busy guy.
Yep. We're very excited for the whole thing.
Yep.
It'll be put on with support of our faculty as advisors. But everything that you see on stage, all the decision-making going into the play, all the decision-making throughout the play, it's all taken care of by our students. So This is 100% student-led and student-run.
What is that like for the students? Do you know? Is it mostly just them when they're rehearsing?
It's mostly just them. They'll have faculty there in advisory roles.
Wow.
But they're making all those decisions themselves, and we're really proud of them.
Written and directed and put on. Wow.
Yep.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So do you know what the play is about at Face Value?
Yeah, this one's sort of a sitcom style, PG-13 kind of a play.
Cool.
Where our lead character is trying to figure out the right way to ask his partner to marry him.
Cool. So it's perfect for the season. It's a
It is.
February play.
Indeed.
Awesome.
Yep, we're really excited about it.
And where is that one located? Do you know?
Yep, that'll be in Houck Auditorium on the UMaine campus. It's attached both to the School of Performing Arts building, 1944 Hall, and the Student Union.
Cool.
Tickets for that are $12.
Nice. It's very accessible.
It is.
Awesome.
It is.
And the music event, there's one of those coming up too as well.
Yeah, that'll be in February. That's on February 25th.
Cool.
It'll be in Minsky Recital Hall, which is inside Class of 44 Hall. It's what we call Cadenzato. It's our faculty performance showcase.
Oh, wow.
So all throughout the year, our students work with these incredible faculty. But twice a year, our faculty actually perform for our students in a professional capacity.
Wow. Yeah.
It's open to the public. We're really excited. This year, we're going to feature the Carnival of the Animals by Saint-Saëns, which is adorable.
Yeah.
There'll be an ensemble of 12 people right on stage performing it.
Yep.
And then later that week, we'll have a performance for area students to come in and witness that. It'll also feature a performance by our composition and clarinet professor, Dr. Beth Wieman.
Oh, okay. So it's not just strings. It's
everything.
Yeah,
Yep.
awesome.
Yep. We're very excited about the whole thing.
Awesome. And so you wanted to talk about the summer camp coming up too.
Sure.
How are the same faculty that kind of put on that show? Are they working with kids as well?
Some of them,
Cool.
Yep. We also hire a lot of external faculty for our summer camp this
Cool.
year.
I'm sure you need it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Lots of kids running around, lots of music and wonderful experiences happening on our campus over the summer.
Yep.
This year, our summer camp is going to run from July 9th to 14th.
Yep.
There'll be opportunities for students to do basically anything music related. There'll be band, orchestra, chorus, musical theater, all sorts of great activities.
See, I've realized recently part of the reason why I think I'm a good speaker is because I did chorus all growing up.
There you go.
So there's cool things all for everybody.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Where can people learn more about all these fun events?
So you can learn more on our website, umaine.edu/SPA, S-P-A, for School of Performing Arts.
Awesome.
We have an incredible marketing person, Alan Adams, who takes care of all of that.
He brought us together today.
He sure
Thanks
did.
to him.
Yeah.
He's been on the show before too.
Great.
But I think we're kind of out of time. So thank you, Phil, for joining us today.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. Our main weather today, it is Monday. It's brought to you by Scott's Recreation. Locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. All right. What a nice and beautiful day out there for a Super Bowl Sunday yesterday. Today, same story, maybe not quite as nice. Temperatures slightly cooler, and we will have some increasing clouds. And same story right now. We do have some pretty partly to mostly cloudy skies out there right now. And that's associated with this little low right here. Did produce some heavy rain in Washington, D.C., New York City. Even Boston got in on a little bit of rain. This will mostly stay south of us, but the clouds can't get away from that. Tonight, though, into tomorrow morning, we will see a couple of flurries, though. We're looking at generally less than an inch of snow all over the area. So it's going to be a very quick moving system. Just a couple of flurries in the area, and then, bam, we quickly start to clear up. We'll see lots of sunshine later in the day tomorrow. So it's going to become a pretty nice day out there after around maybe a trace, half an inch to an inch of snowfall for the most part in some locations. It's not going to be a long-lasting event. We do have less than 6 inches of snow now. These warmer temperatures have really been melting all of that snow here in town. But look, just north of town, those pink and brighter pink colors, that shows foot and a half, even 2 feet in some spots. So there is a lot of snow in some isolated locations, but temperature's been very, very mild the last not even couple of weeks, the last couple of months here all over the Northeast, not only here in Maine, but yeah, we've had some 40s, close to 50s out there, and that's going to continue to be a trend this whole entire week. Our average should be around 31 degrees today. Above average once again, 38 degrees as a high, mostly cloudy skies, a pretty light breeze out of the northeast at around 5 to 15 miles an hour. Tonight, though, into tomorrow morning, we will have a little bit of snow. Temperatures around 21 degrees, so whatever is going to fall will be sticking around. Pretty light wind out there once again. We're looking at generally less than an inch of snow. Tomorrow, early in the morning, we will have a couple of flurries and then lots of sunshine later in the day. Temperatures slightly above freezing mark, around 36 degrees, let's say. Northwest wind at around 5 to 15 miles per hour. Our extended forecast outlook does show those flurries lingering by tomorrow. Wednesday, we're in the clear. Same thing on Thursday. Wow, look at those temperatures. 52 degrees on Thursday. Friday, though, we will have a little bit of rain Thursday night into Friday, mixing with a little bit of snow on Friday as temperatures cool off into the 40s and then overnight into the single digits.
Pond Hill Farms in Brooks, Maine offers 100% grass-fed beef in a variety of ways. Choose between individual cuts that are state inspected and ready to pop in your